Hi everybody, how you doing? I'm assuming good. Here's another Speedpaint and another Q&A video for you guys. I haven't done one for a long time, so I was just like, yeah, I should probably do one, because I also like talking to you guys and answering some of your guys' questions, so just, jump right into it. And I'm gonna try to do less ums and ahs and all that stuff, but, I'll work on it. Damn it! Okay, alright. Shit. Damn it! How to stay motivated and sharp as an artist. Okay, so pretty much motivation is one of those things that's kind of fickle. I don't really wait for motivation, I kind of just have to go for it. Because a career in art, you have to just kind of like push through sometimes. Those really crappy times when you really just want to not do anything and not draw and stuff like that, but when you have a deadline, it's like, okay, I gotta do it, I gotta go for it. So I pretty much just force myself sometimes to draw, which, is a valuable tool in itself. Of course, don't push yourself too hard so that you're just like sobbing and crying because you just are overworked, because that's burnout. That's not good. But it's okay to just kind of push through some icky moments where you're like, I really am terrible at drawing this hand. I gotta do it. So you kind of just have to go through it sometimes. And I've definitely pushed myself through some tough times in my life where I've had to, I've had to do it. I've had to go through it. And I definitely did that with comics. There was a lot of times when I would do a comic a week or every 2 weeks or something, and I was having a terrible time. I hated it. But I decided that I knew that it was going to benefit me in the long run, like this body of work, all these comics, everything, and I just kind of pushed through it, But of course, know your limits, play within it. So do your best. And try not to rely on, you need the sun to be out at the right angle and you need your pen to be spick and span before you start drawing or something like that. It's like you don't need the clouds and the stars to align in order to draw. Sometimes you just have to go for it. You just gotta put something down and see what happens and experiment. And forgive yourself during those periods of time when you don't have the gods haven't kissed your hands and bestowed upon you the ability to draw that perfect hand, just go for it. Do you draw for fun in your free time? And what do you do in your free time? So yeah, I do draw in my free time. It's funny because I finish a video and I'm like, oh god, I'm so exhausted. All right, now I'm gonna start sketching in my sketchbook. Yeah, because it's how I get my thoughts down and stuff like that. People normally write or anything, but I like to draw out everything that's kind of in my brain. Just works better for me, and I just love to draw. I love to experiment. I love to really push myself for things. There's a lot of, in the past few years, I've really pushed myself when it comes to foreshortening and different poses and angles and changing character designs and stuff. I had a really tough time a long time ago where I would just all my stuff looked the same, and I was like, I really want to push myself and make sure that old people look like old people, not just a standardized anime face with wrinkle lines on it. It's like I really wanted to try to push myself when it came to character designs and stuff like that. So other than that, for my free time, I love walking. I love walking and listening to music. I get a lot of writing done in my head for that. I write. I go to the gym. I try, anyway. I do actually like working out. But lately, my free time's been absorbed with a lot of stuff. So, which kind of ties into some questions people are asking about, how am I doing for medical stuff? How's my health? It's okay. It's okay. I've been going to a lot of doctors and stuff like that. My entire life I've had chronic stomach pain, just all the time. And I kind of made my peace with it. It was just, I've always had a sore stomach when it comes to the mornings and after I eat and stuff like that. It was just kind of normal for me, and I never really tackled it because it was just kind of it was just kind of my normal. I didn't really know what it felt like not to feel my stomach all the time, right? So, but in the past few years, or year, I guess, it reached a really bad time, where I was very sick a lot of the time. I'd mostly just like, I'd wake up and I would just like vomit and stuff like that. I hope that's not too graphic for you guys, but you know, I'd feel sick, and then I'd be out for a couple hours in the mornings, which is really crippling to my work because I like to just like get up and go to work and work. But it's been really hard and for that, and unfortunately I've been dealing with a lot of medical stuff, and so I've been going to specialists and trying to figure that out, and I have a pile of papers for tests that I'm going to be taking in the next few months. And that's mostly why in April I didn't get done a video. You guys who have my Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr saw my post about it, because I was just like, I just definitely can't do anything this month. I am just kind of out for the month, and which is very frustrating for me. So, because I love working. I'm kind of a workaholic, but definitely was like, okay, I need to figure out my health this year. I don't think it's anything that's bad. I think it's just something that hasn't been diagnosed for a long time, and I'm just gonna see what it is and fix it. So I'm hopeful, and I love all the lovely wishes you guys all give me all the time. So thank you for that. You guys are really supportive, and I love you for that. Okay, so next question. Would you rather break character to try and get them out of a bad situation, or stay in character and face the consequences? I love this question because I definitely don't break character. I always make sure that my character faces all the consequences. I definitely have characters such as Sips where they're just really shitty. They're just terrible people and they do terrible things, and I personally am against what they're doing, but I know it's in their character to do so. So I do it. And then I face the consequences, which is always a really good like karma. It's like karma always comes back. Especially if you have a DM who you know, listens and brings on the karma for you. And so I really do appreciate that when I play a character. I always try to make a character that kind of has something that's gonna bite them in the ass, because I do appreciate that. I kind of like that because it teaches them something, and then at the end of the day they really do learn a lesson, and I love it when characters learn lessons. So definitely never break character. I don't like to metagame at all in that sense. It can be tough because you yourself, the morals, you know, you do not want to do this illegal thing because you yourself would not do it, but my character would do it. Or some terrible choices they make. You yourself would not want to do it, but the character's gonna do it, and I do it. Because I know in the end, the story's gonna be way more beneficial than my personal choices. So yeah, definitely face the consequences. Okay, next question. Who is your first D&D character? Okay, so this one I've had to really think about because it's been such a long time. I think I played a cleric, and I think it was an elf. And I think she had no personality. Like, I'm pretty sure I was just trying to figure out how to do math in D&D and the rules and everything, and that's totally fine. Like, to be honest, I think it's kind of normal for your first character not to really have personality as much. It's like great if it does, but for me I couldn't, because I just had to focus on what the hell am I doing. So so they didn't really have a backstory. Maybe I made a backstory, but god if I remember. But it's funny because I was a cleric, I don't really recommend spellcasters as your first character, simply because like a fighter, you're just trying to learn the mechanics of like the fighting system, but when you add spells it gets way more complicated. So suddenly you have spell slots, and then you have to spell lists, and then you have to figure out what like cleric spells and stuff like domains and stuff like that. So I was like, oh god. But of course I chose that because I was like, yeah, I'll be the healer, because all the other players decided not to be a healer. Of course, when I became the healer and my players are dying beside me, they're like, heal me, and I'm like, okay, cool. What do I do? And then the DM, of course, doesn't know what he's doing either, so he's like, I don't know, roll some die. And then I rolled some die, I'm like, you heal, I guess, this much. And of course I healed them way too often with like all my spell slots would definitely have been taken up by then. And I probably used the wrong dice and all this stuff, but yeah, there's nothing too exciting about my first character other than I just had no idea what I was doing. Just like everybody else. So yeah, that's the fun part about it. Next question. Will you ever hire someone to help with animation? I've gotten this question and it's like, no, I wouldn't. I mean, not in the way I would want it. Because it's like, I'm doing this because I want to get better at drawing and, you know, characters and all that stuff. The only time I would probably hire somebody is for like color. But even then, I don't know how that would work because it's like, I'm so, like I save my files in such a way that it's like, I don't know how you would color all of this. I know that's a goal for myself, that I do want to make an episode entirely in color, but I'm thinking that it's more as just like a goal at the end. Not like, I don't think I can do color in the way that I work because it's like you guys are already waiting like 2 to 3 weeks per episode. You're gonna have to wait like a month and a half if it's color. So it's like, no, never mind. And I get out the story I want with black and white just fine. And I add color where I want it when I need to emphasize something. But, you know, once again, I don't think I'm gonna really hire for animation or anything just because I like to do this myself because I want to get better. All right, last question. Are you doing any other collabs with YouTubers? Because my last video, you know, it was with JoeCat, and I totally understand this question. It kind of just happens sometimes. I usually have a YouTuber in my mind where I'm like, I want to talk to them. That's the whole point. Like, collabs for me are like establishing relationships, like making friends and stuff like that. It's just kind of a bonus that I get a collab out of it. Like, I don't take collab requests or anything like that. I usually just like, I have a person in my mind, not even a YouTuber, like I have somebody else in my mind that's not even a YouTuber that I'm like, I really want to talk to them and maybe be friends. So I'm just like, you want to do a collab? It's kind of like an excuse. I hope that's not pathetic. It's probably pretty pathetic, but I do collabs because I'm trying to make connections and friends and people who like the same stuff as me. I'm not really much into that. I remember once like people talking about collabs as kind of switching subscribers, you know, just like your subscribers go over to that channel and that channel subscribers go over to your channel. It's just like kind of like a channel boost or something. It's like, I don't really see collabs as like that for myself. Like, it's okay if you do that, but it's not for me in the way of like I have no issues if you don't want me to be on your channel. I am mostly just like, I just want to make this video with you specifically because I just want to talk. Like, all my collab videos are literally 2-hour recordings of us just talking. I take that recording of us talking and I find a section that I like and then I animate it. That's pretty much the entire process. It's just, I just want to talk to people. I just want to make some friends of, you know, creators and talented people that I really like to talk to, you know, like, I'm just like, you're really funny, let's talk. That's pretty much how I go about it. So yeah, and sorry for people who are just like, can I collaborate with you? And it's like, it's very sweet and I do appreciate, like, and I'm very honored. But I don't take requests and I kind of just do it when I feel like it for collabs. And it takes a lot of time and effort for me to do collaborations, so I have to really pick and choose on kind of what I'm doing for it. And since I've kind of decided that I'm just gonna go like full force on Fool's Gold because I'm just like, I just want to get the story out in a positive way. Like, I'm just so revved up to do it that I'm like, I'm gonna do it, that I'm gonna pull back on, you know, like the other videos that I normally do. Not the Q&As, because those are really simple and I don't have to animate anything. I just have to draw. I've kind of decided that, like, for the next few months, I want to just do episode after episode. And I mean, my goal would totally be if I could do 2 videos a month. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. But that's also, like, me not seeing daylight for very long periods of time. So I have to plan that in a way that I'm not gonna blow my brains out. Because I would love to do it like back to back, where it's just like Fool's Gold episode and then Life episode and then Fool's Gold episode and then collab video, and then Fool's Gold episode, and then another life video, and then, you know, stuff like that. And like, I'd love to do that like every month, but that's a lot of work, and I have to figure out how to get faster. So, and which I think I am getting faster. I mean, April's a bad example, but I'm hoping to eventually get to that. So yeah, lots of things coming away. Unfortunately, that's as many questions that I can fill in the speed paint. I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing these because they're just fun, and I like talking to you guys. So yeah, I hope you have a great day, and don't worry about, you know, like my channel or anything like that, or my health or stuff. I'll be fine. I'm working through it. I'm working through it all, and I'm excited to show you guys episode 7. I'm gonna start writing it next few days. So, and which I'm very excited. I'll talk to you guys later.